Ladies and gentlemen, Keefe D and his legal team are very disappointed that they were not able to make bail despite the evidence that proved that Keefe D was planning on profiting, his phone conversation and the video evidence that they presented in court. His legal team is very disappointed and say they have a plan of action. I don't know what that plan is, but it doesn't really look good at this particular point. Let's get into some of this straight game.
Life is like those cards. It's not what you dealt, but how you play it. Play each situation correctly. I remember they used to laugh at a brother.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's your boy DELRAY Richardson, platinum artist, platinum songwriter, Straight Game TV. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Do me a favor, click on what appears to be that little bell notification if you want to be brought up on this Straight Game whenever I release a video. Also, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate your time. Ladies and gentlemen, Keefe D's lawyer is very disappointed, despite what the judge told him in court, that she believed that he did not mount a formidable defense as to why her client, Keefe D, should be let out of prison involving the murder of Tupac Shakur. The judge said that she believed that Carl Arnold, Keefe D's lawyer, did not mount a good enough defense or argument, if you will, as to why her client should have been let out on bail based on the comments that were made in court, the phone conversations that were played in court, also the video evidence played in court, and the video evidence of the visit between Keefe D and his wife that were played in court that showed the judge otherwise, that Keefe D was going to profit off of the murder of Tupac Shakur, and that the bail was effectively associated and affiliated with just that. And Keefe D basically making the statement that Cash Jones, the money from Cash Jones, aka Whack 100, he was a middleman and it was some Jewish guy's money from that perspective. And so Keefe D's lawyer, on the other hand, he basically said, "We're disappointed with the court's decision to deny bail to Mr. Davis, especially considering the thorough vetting by convict bail bonds of the funding source conducted before the source hearing." Arnold said, "We firmly believe there is a lack of substantive proof that Mr. Davis intended to profit from his alleged connections to the case. The legal team said that they plan to file a motion for reconsideration, right? And we are committed to ensuring Mr. Davis receive a fair and just treatment under the law," CEGA law group said in a press release, if you will. And so the problem with that is, and they plan on doing a lot of motion filing, if you will, because it doesn't look like it's just going well. If you looked at the hearing in itself, basically Carl Arnold has a client who can't seem to just be quiet. And invoking his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, Keefe D is not one of those people who seems like he can do that, if you will. And so I understand it to be, in filing a motion for reconsideration, I don't think that if they don't provide any other new evidence as to where the money's really coming from, because evidently the person who put up the money or who wired the money to Cash Jones, Whack 100, didn't want to be identified in court, if you will. Because if they did, all of that information would have been provided. And I believe from that perspective, Keefe D would have been let out of jail. Furthermore, if that were the case also, and somebody was really truly interested in getting Keefe D out of jail, it wouldn't have had to been Whack 100 who would have been the alleged front man, according to what Keefe D said, and the one putting up the money, if you will. The person who really wired him the money would have went in and said, hey, you know, this is what I believe, this is what I'm doing, and this is why I'm doing it, right? So Keefe D's lawyer being disappointed, I can understand that. But I would think that he would be more disappointed in his client than he would be in the judge's decision, based on the fact that the judge only went as clear and as I saw it, the judge only followed the law and the statutes involving the situation in which Keefe D placed himself in at this particular time. And so when we deal with these facts, it's like it seems like it doesn't even matter, like the truth doesn't matter. There's another situation that happened involving the situation with Keefe D, if you will, and the 2009, and see, this is why I say they're going to be filing a lot of motions. In 2009, right? Keefe D gave a statement in regards to him confessing about the murder, involving him and confessing about the murder of Tupac Shakur. Now, in that statement, or should I say, in that particular argument, right? Basically, Keefe D's lawyers basically saying, hey, you know what? We're going to file a motion for that one too. But this is the problem. Keefe D basically said the confusion along with the claim that Keefe D mysteriously changed his story and basically what he had told Greg Kading before he went to do this 2009 interview, the alleged proffer was done in 2008. So Keefe D went and talked to the Vegas Metropolitan Police Department in 2009. And so what Carl Arnold's basically saying is the confusion along with the claim that Keefe D mysteriously changed his story about hiding the murder weapon during the Metro interview makes Arnold raise doubts about the legitimacy of the tape and authorities' actions. Now, once again, you can tell that Carl Arnold's trying his best to defend his client. He's questioning the legitimacy of the tape, right? Then Arnold told the Sun News, basically, I'm going to do a motion addressing this issue shortly. The motion will be to dismiss the tape. The motions are going to be coming down the pipeline pretty soon, within a few weeks or whatever, right? Keefe D's lawyer then goes on to say that Keefe D lied, right? He lied to Metro about believing that he would not face any legal ramifications. So he was lied to. Keefe D was lied to by Metro, believing that he would not face any legal ramifications. Now, it is legal for police officers to lie to you. To be perfectly honest. Yeah, it's legal for them to lie to you. You know what I mean? Just like it's Keefe D's basically saying that he lied in that respect. So once again, we're dealing with a situation unlike no other, if you will, when you talk about the situation involving Keefe D, right? Keefe D's lawyer, once again, Arnold has exclusively revealed he will file papers to have the 2009 confession, which has not been released to the public, thrown out. Keefe told Arnold that he only allowed Metro to interview him on the promise of immunity, but citing a transcript he obtained, Arnold revealed that officers noted his client's interview was on the record and can be used in criminal cases. Now, my question is, who was Keefe D's attorney when he went to do this interview with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department? Because whoever was his lawyer needs to be sued. And I would hope that he didn't walk into the interview by himself. So on one hand, Keefe D's alleging that, hey, you know what? I only went in there because they promised me immunity, right? Okay. And I don't know if Keefe D might have documentation to show that, you know, they promised him immunity from the Greg Kading situation and talking him to going to talk to Metro. But basically the interview itself basically states, as well as the transcript, that interview and anything said in that interview can be used in criminal cases in which Keefe D is facing at this particular time. Now, Carl Arnold said, he's questioning the legitimacy of the tape. Well, the legitimacy of the tape, I would think, is without question because from what I understand, Keefe D's lawyer has a transcript of the interview, if you will. And so now, when I say it's an uphill battle, just based on the facts, Keefe D went and confessed that he hid the gun, that he was a part of the murder, that he was a part of orchestrating the murder of Tupac Shakur. He confessed all of these things in 2009 to the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, in which Keefe D's lawyer now says that he is going to try to get thrown out. I don't think that would be successful, just like in the bond hearing, if you will, right? Having to put Keefe D under oath after saying numerous amounts of time that Keefe D would now, from this point on, Keefe D would invoke his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. He didn't do that in the bail hearing. And I don't think, like I said, once again, I don't think he'll be able to do that at trial based on the evidence and all of the talking that he did in 2009, 2008 on the internet, YouTube, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring you guys up, chime in and tell me what you guys think. Once again, like I said, he didn't make bail based on the things that he was saying in the visit with his wife, on the telephone, in telephone conversations, and as well as in court when he had to cop to what he had said actually in the jailhouse visit with his wife. And so I don't understand I think Keefe D right now should be trying, his lawyers should be trying to get him a plea at this particular point, because I don't see him beating this case. As I looked over all of the other interviews and the shorts that are on YouTube in regards to when he was asked questions by Vlad, when he was asked questions by the Art of Dialogue, when he was asked questions about a few other channels that they have shorts in regards to specific parts about what he said about being involved in the murder of Tupac Shakur. And so now to be saying that, oh, I'm lying, and then trying to say, it was all a lie now, right? And then all of a sudden now saying that the Vegas police lied to him about he would have immunity or granting him immunity, when in fact, in the interview that they gave him, they basically stated, on record that the interview that he was given in 2009, where he confessed to the murder and confessed to hiding the weapon and all of that, that he basically was told that, hey, you know what you're saying in this interview can and will be used against you in a court proceeding or criminal proceeding. So I don't know how they now get away from that and saying, oh, he was lied to, he was coerced to doing this, and so on and so. I don't get that. But like I said, once again, it might be a lot of things that I'm not going to get involved in the Keefe D case. But like I said, I'm just trying to stick with the facts of the matter. And like I said, Keefe D did confess to the Las Vegas Police Department that he was the one that hid the weapon, and explained, or his nephew being the person that shot Tupac and all of these things. And Keefe D has continued to confess these same things even later on, so far as 2009, 2008, 2009, 2011, when he put his book out, when he did Art of Dialogue, when he did Vlad, when he did all of these other interviews. Keefe D's story has been consistent. It was not until he got arrested that he now has made the claim that it was all a lie and I did it for money. And so, like I said, I'm thinking, if Keefe D was smart, I think that he would, try to work out a deal with the prosecutor, because if he fights it and he loses, I think the judge is going to give him life in prison based on his criminal history. But I think if he went and worked out something with the district attorney, that he probably could, I don't know if he probably could see the streets again, but it all depends. It all depends. I think that the district attorney is basically looking for a win here, and looking for, him to say, yeah, you know what, I take the plea. And everything that I said, was true. and confessing to that. And like I said, at the end of the day, it'll be all said and done. But I don't think Keefe D is that guy. I think he's going to fight it, in which he has the right to, and given in this situation. But like I said, once again, when we talk about the facts and what will be presented and what Keefe D's lawyer basically saying that Keefe D will not take the stand during the trial, I think that is a wrong move. I think Keefe D will be compelled to take the stand in his own defense, because that's all he has. It's going to be Keefe D's word against Keefe D's word. And, don't let the prosecution or the DA have other witnesses who've agreed to come and testify, because that then truly makes it a slam dunk case. Tell me what you guys think, man. Chime in. Your boy DELRAY, straight game.